Welcome back, everybody. This is Ryan and Brian's excellent Halloween Horror Nights podcast. I know it has been a minute, and don't worry, there is reasons for that. Brian's had a little bit going on. I've had a little bit going on. Brian,
what's up?
Please explain to the good old boys and girls out there.
It has been what feels like months, but it hasn't, because time is meaningless to me. So we finally had our kid. So
there you go.
We've been talking about it all season. She came a week or so early, and not much more to say. Everything went great. She's great, and so here we are.
Sending you updates of announcement week because you were very busy, and I was like, originally you planned on doing a solo episode, but just couldn't find the time and the energy to do it myself. Those episodes require a lot of focus, and then also, I got my my production head, because I'm like, okay, if it's just me, why don't I borrow this like 6K camera my friend has, and why don't I get some lights?
So then you do it up.
And then I just was like, I can't do it tonight. And then suddenly it's like, oh, okay, now Brian's back. So you guys get to hear a lot of what we have to say about all the 5 originals. And then also we have an IP announcement plus frequent fear drop. So there's a lot that we're going to be talking about on this episode today. Brian, so are you, of course it was exciting to have the return of announcement kind of week. We missed one day.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, but we'll still count it. It was 90% of the week.
Yeah, we got a Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So I'll take it.
We'll do it. And then we even got a double announcement one of those days with a Hollywood announcement. So,
true. Yep.
So you have a little bit of that as well. A lot of people were thinking that Tuesday might be a joint IP announcement. Maybe that's the reason why one of these wasn't announced. We still have a house to be announced.
Very possible.
But Brian, lots of good stuff here. Interesting. I can see things going multiple different ways for some of these. Look forward to getting into it. So why don't we just go ahead and get started? Well, I guess first I'll say we will be talking about, we do understand that there's an announcement and a big drop of tickets yesterday. We're recording this on a Friday. Yesterday, Thursday, there was the frequent fear drop, and then the big IP announcements that we will definitely get into. We just wanted to go ahead and do it all together. So let's go ahead and start with the originals.
We're catching up and lobbing it a little bit just in case. It's another, Now,
was it Midsummer Scream that they announced this first one at? What event was it at?
It was the Spooky Empire.
Spooky Empire, yes. It was Spooky Empire. So that Friday, we have El Artista.
Everyone was so sure it wasn't going to happen.
And then we got El Artista, A Spanish Haunting. Brian, arguably, I would say, from what we've heard, most people is going to be at the top of their hype list.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When you start throwing around terms from the people saying like Blood Moon and Dead Man's Pier, I kept on combining them together. I was like, Dead Moon, Blood Moon, Rising.
Yeah. No, when you hear the designer behind it, and then you see the theme and some of the, how is this not at the top of your hype list?
And
ask
the thing,
yourself,
you have Spooky Haunted House. You have like
ask yourself why it's not.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. This is, let me just go through the synopsis here. We have, in 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and it possesses him. Come on. Yeah. Come on. You have a period piece, a tortured artist with a isolated country manor. This is just classic Horror Nights, and I'm all for it. This would be what I would run to on premium night if I didn't think that everybody else would also be running to this house.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people are a little shaken, I think, by last year.
Yeah.
By the museum.
Yes.
I think there's a few on here. I'm a little more hesitant this year after getting so hyped for museum and it not really hitting the mark. This one I'm not worried about. I don't think that's what we have here.
It's in a soundstage. I guess we're going by assumptions. We're going off spec map as far as the locations, but I think in the past, the spec map as far as locations have almost always been accurate. So, well, that leaves us for Monday. Brian, I'm actually very interested to hear your thoughts on this one, because I know I was a little bit more excited about this than I think you were. Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, so one of my buddies and I, with every announcement, he would send me his updated rankings on his hype list, and I would send mine. And this stayed at the bottom through, I think, every single version of mine.
Okay.
This, I don't know. It has the most potential to move up because I'm just the least excited for it. I went through that house so many times. This was just, it didn't hit for me. What's crazy though, it was confirmed very early on. This has been on like one of the original spec maps, right?
Yeah.
This is one that has for sure been coming. So I thought that was interesting. I look forward to it. I don't know. Maybe it will do better as a full house. But on the other side, you were bought in immediately.
Yes. This one for me gives me lots of like Ash versus Evil Dead type feelings where it's like just that corny, cheesy. I mean, I love anytime they do Old West. Yeah. I mean, come on, that's my gold. You have Blood Gulch and, it's right. Anytime they do an Old West theme. Sorry, I thought I heard a door opening there.
There you go.
Haunted house here. In this Old West. Oh, sorry. I'm going to read the synopsis real quick. In this Old West town, all hell is breaking loose. Red-hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. I mean, like, red-hot lava, instantly getting the cheesy factor from this. Yeah. And I really can't wait. I was one that when I would go through Slaughter Cinema 2, I actually, wanted more. I was like, oh, this is great. Yeah. It's just very short.
Okay.
So I'm excited. This one's going where Museum was last year. So be the first house on the right. Might actually, now that I see it there, I'm like, this might be the get for premium.
Oh, okay. All right.
Depending on where you see the crowd going.
Yeah.
But
no, it's my other thing is, and I get a lot of flack for this, especially when in film school and all that. I don't like Western themes. I don't like Western movies. So I think that plays a big role in it too. I like your take, and it does have me a little more excited. And it could be just a ton of fun. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll be just a ton of fun.
Every year I look for a house that's at least one that's just going to be fun. Give me a little bit of scares, a jump here or there, but really I want to laugh too.
And it's been hard because you and I want something like Ash vs. Evil Dead house. I mean, that was one of the most fun houses they've done in a while.
Yes.
And they had, the old HHN used to be, kind of famous for that. They had fun, scary houses, and we haven't seen that as much. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see it. One thing I'll say about this, and this kind of a reoccurring theme, and we've said this the last 2 years, I feel like, the variety. I enjoy how many different pockets we're hitting with each house.
Yes. If you're good, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one, which I'm very excited for as well. So we skipped Tuesday, and then Wednesday they announced Dolls Let's Play Dead. I mean, synopsis, you're about to become doll-sized and be hunted by toys that have been burnt, melded, and stitched together by a twisted little girl. I've been telling everybody, I'm like, imagine Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Type, it's but
literally
the nightmare version of it, except you're one of the dolls too. And I mean, so cool.
Yeah.
Really just very creative. When I first saw the dolls display that, I'm like, cool, a doll house. That'll be really cool.
That'll be cool. Yeah.
But when I saw that you're actually going to get shrunk down, I mean, the sets on this are going to be very interesting. Always cool to see a different environment there. I don't know if you ever played the game Sarge's Heroes back in the day.
Love
it. Anytime you have that where you're little, but in a normal environment, but it's you're on the kitchen counter and the toaster's huge,
it was one of my favorite games. And to the point where I almost bought, have you seen Mini Royale?
No, I have not.
So if you have I think it's only on Steam right now. I'm begging for it to come to console.
Yeah.
It's that, but a battle royale.
Oh, awesome.
And it looks fantastic. It looks so much fun, but I agree. I'll say two things about this house. Before I say the two things, doll theme, great. The last doll house they did was genuinely terrifying. So, I'm here for it. I love the concept. A lot of people, if you've been a long time listener, know that I hated the first Chucky house because of this exact premise, which was it shrunk you down to size. But I didn't hate it because of that, I hated it because that's not Chucky. It defeated the whole purpose. They had to justify big Chuckies.
Yes.
Because they didn't have the confidence to pull off what they tried a few years ago, which I much prefer. I think
everybody
puppet.
preferred that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was better. But when I talk about the old Chucky house in 2009, I think it was, the one thing I always say is the sets were so much fun.
Yeah.
So, and I think we're going to have an opportunity to just see them blow that wide open this time. My only fear is that's a big, it's a high concept house for a temporary thing set wise. So I'm a little hesitant to get fully hyped because I'm just worried at the level they're going to pull it off. But if they do, it could be top 3 for me.
And it's worth noting that this is going to be in a sprung tent.
Yeah.
So you'll
have that tight feely.
You can do a lot in tents, but I will be tempering my expectations a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it'll be good. What I like is the ability for them to just open it up to so many different scares. The costumes, the characters, who know, it's like you nailed it with Sid. Imagine his creations, but even worse. So I think we're going to see
the costumes.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some really cool stuff in there.
All right, next we have Grave of Flesh. This is the soundstage kind of where Insidious was last year. So welcome to your funeral where it's about to go from bad to worse. You'll enter the underworld and be hunted by flesh eaters for eternity. So this one, I don't know what to think about, Brian.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where I'm like, I feel like this could be just very meh.
Yeah.
Or truly inspired.
Yep.
Like in my mind, I'm like, I can see how this could be the scary Insidious house.
Yep.
I could also see this be very just samey and boring.
Yeah, like a prison.
Yeah, I have no idea what to really expect from this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got put off by the name.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't love it. I still don't know if I really love it. That being said, I don't know. It's tough because we've had Prison, we've had Triplets of Terror, we've had soundstage houses that just weren't soundstage houses, you know?
And this year in particular is just, I'm not the creator, but
weird
just by
choices.
Looking at the houses, it's weird which ones they chose to be soundstage and which ones they chose to be tents.
I would swap these two. I would swap the two IPs that I know you're thinking of. Like, I agree.
Where you're like, like there's some houses where you're like, okay, close quarters, don't need very extravagant sets. Okay, those would be the good ones. And then you're like, okay, but then there's some that you're like, oh, you don't need that at all. But then they're in sound stages.
Right.
So,
here's my hope is I hope it's just generic sounding for the purpose of they can go hard. Like I just want it to be Insidious, right? And they're not dumb. They know what they did with Insidious. They know the expectation for a scary house, and this has all the makings to be a super terrifying house. I mean, look at Insidious with the red curtains and the black. Like you could just make it. And what it takes me to, and I don't even know if this was rumored, but for a little bit, Poltergeist was rumored, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the opening of Poltergeist, whatever year that was, and you were in the graves underneath, right? And it was genuinely terrifying. It's still one of the best jump scares I've had. Was this maybe going to be a poltergeist, and because it's still graveyard, but more so, I just think of that first 15% of that house. If they take that approach, mixed a little bit with
Very
graveyard
cool,
games, it could be scenic and terrifying.
Yes, for sure.
I want it to be terrifying, but it also could be a prison where it's fun.
Yeah. We will see.
The next one is what I wish would have been in a soundstage.
Yeah. So I'm not 100%. I mean, I'm going to assume it's called Galkin.
I don't know the pronunciation.
Galkin.
Galkin.
Monsters of the North. Maybe. It is Vikings-ish.
Which also rumored very early on.
Yeah. So this one, in a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead with a horde of monsters. Try to escape the belly of the beast. So I tried to do some research on this.
Yeah.
Just turns out that this name just means beast.
Sick.
So there's not much more because I was like, ooh, what kind of beast is this? And like, is there lore on it? And like, no, it's just generic term for beast.
Generic beast. Yeah.
But that means that there's a lot to be surprised by. I mean, this one's very high for me as well. I'm very excited to see what they're able to do with this. Again, I wish this was in a soundstage. That would be awesome.
Right.
But I trust them. We'll see what they're able to do. It's in one of the new sprungs.
I mean, have they ever messed up a winter house or a winter theme, thing?
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I liked Monsters last year. I thought it was scenic. So I think they can pull off between Last of Us and Monsters. I'm not so worried about scenic in those back locations as I feel like I want to be.
Yes.
But this could be up there. It's what we found this year. It's generic. The byline or the taglines are not great. The descriptions are minimal at best. So it's just not a lot to go off of. Really hoping we get the podcasts before. I really, really love those.
Yeah.
But I also can't remember because I remember they were hiring new podcast people, and I don't know if they turned over people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I want it to be great. It's a shoe-in theme for HHN, but that's as much as I've got.
Yeah. So that's announcement week.
Yeah.
So
overall, nothing concerning.
I know. Except, Brian, I will say the one thing that is that why did Hollywood have to go and announce Monstros 3 during that time? Because I was all excited and I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's all I want.
We felt so good about our announcements.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah. And then meanwhile, Murdy's like,
yep. And it's like inside it too. They've got La Llorona coming back too. I'm like,
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
When are we just need to get Monstros 2 and
I know.
But yeah, I mean, really great. And Hollywood's looking great too. But I loved announcement week. We finally got it right.
Yep.
We got
do you think this will be a staple moving forward?
Who knows? I mean, this whole year, every year has been so weird.
I would be as far to say that due to the success of these, that I don't think that they're going to do the all original drop in one day like they used to.
No, I don't think we'll see that again. I agree.
It is just too much fun to do it like this.
Yeah. Oh, it spreads
easy. It out.
It spreads it out. It's easy engagement, and they can place it wherever they want.
Yeah.
Because, like I texted a buddy when we're getting to the tickets here in a bit, but like how quickly these outrageously priced things sold out. He was like, oh, no wonder they don't need to announce stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter. People are going to buy this stuff.
It does not matter what they announce anymore. They'll raise their prices every year.
People are going to go. Yep.
Which I guess that's more of a transition than a better one that I would come up with probably. So, So Brian, frequent fear passes did drop. I will say kudos to Universal for letting us know ahead of time that they were going to be dropping and at what time they were going to be dropping. Solid move, class act, because last year it caused a lot of chaos.
A lot of people were unhappy.
A lot of people were unhappy because they kind of just shadow dropped them, and they've never sold out before. They've sold out once the event started.
Yeah,
some of the
shadow dropped passes and capacity and put capacity
sold
on
out. Yeah. Really quickly, and there's a lot of people that do that every year that aren't chronically online, and they're like, wait a second, they're out and they're sold out. Wait, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And that was a big bummer for people last year. So to let us know, and even do it in a Horror Nights way where you release a photo and you have to turn up the brightness in order to see it. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And Brian, I knew that I wasn't going to be getting one just because that's not where, I don't have the capability to do that this year. We have other priorities and other trips that we're going to be taking, but I still had to get in. I still had to see. I had to get the rush of getting in the queue.
Get in the queue, see. Yeah.
And I got there. I could have gotten one if I had wanted to, but then Brian, I go to my Frequent Fear Plus pass with Express, and guess how much this thing is? $950. A couple of years, was it last year that I predicted that we would have our first Ultimate Frequent Fear at $1,000, and now a year later, the Frequent Fear Plus the pass that I've gotten most years for the last 10 years is now
$1,000.
Pretty much $1,000.
I mean, by the time you add everything in, So if you and your wife wanted to go on that pass, you're looking at that's crazy. That's crazy.
So needless to say, we probably will not be going that direction unless I win you'll know I won the lottery. If you hear me say
there'll be
in future
signs.
years, you're like, oh yeah, I got the. And honestly, Brian, it's getting to the price now that it almost just makes sense to get the ultimate.
Right.
Like,
and that's I think that's why that one sold out first.
If you're spending $1,000, why not spend $1,200? Like it's $200 more, and then you can go when you don't have to ever worry about any sort of block out dates. Like
it
go
wasn't
on Saturdays,
much,
whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but the ultimate did sell out before the Freedom Fear Plus, and I think for that exact reason. At that point, why?
I think so, and I mean even the Rush of Fear. So I looked at that just because I get excited. I'm like, you know what, mate, could I make it work? And then it was $650 for the Rush, and I mean when you compare it to $950, you're like, oh, that's $300 less, but still, that's 3 weeks.
No, 3 weeks. It's oh my gosh, no, it's crazy, and everyone was waiting. And here's the thing, and this is like, I don't know, the cynical side of me, because the out of towners, we have real stress, right? I got to book hotel and flights and all this stuff, right? It was kind of nice to watch the locals freak out a little bit and understand what it's like to, when like, oh, I gotta, because they were like, do I need to take off work, like, to buy these tickets? You know, like it's dropping afternoon, like, and I was like, yeah, welcome to doing anything there, not out. And like, I got in a queue for premium, and so it was a little nice seat, but also you still feel bad because I'm on both sides. If we could get into the whole debate, but like I'm on the side of, I lived down there. I never had an express pass when I lived and went to the event because I was just going every day. I didn't need an express pass, but crowds were different then. Yeah. The other side of it is people are like, why would you spend $1,000? And why do the locals need fast passes? I was like, because again, if you like haunted houses and Halloween, this is your one chance to enjoy the thing. It's a month and a half long. It's not football. It's not it's not sports. It's not movies. It's not
the people that I know that get this pass. It is for those 2 months. It's like everybody knows that like you don't ask them to do things unless you're going to the events. They like get dressed up. They go. It's like they have like theme parties. And that's the big thing they do every year.
Going clubbing or going downtown or going to concerts. This is that for them, except it's only available for this one period. So I get it. But man, the prices are crazy.
Well, that's the thing. And I even told my wife, I said, hey, if we lived down there, it'd be a little bit of a different story because I feel like, I think in the past I've tried to get it to about $80 a night. If I can average $80 a night, then okay, then it's worth it for me to go. But this, I'm like, okay, I would have to go 15 times.
And a guy, so I don't know who it was. I did catch up on the forum. Someone talked about not getting a Frequent Fear Plus last year because it sold out, and he spent about $1,000 getting fast passes on individual nights. So it comes out. So like,
especially for how much Express costs single night, I'm like, I mean, if you're going to do that, it makes sense to go ahead and do that. And again, if that's what you're going to be doing for all of September and October, then you know what, go for it. I mean,
I was shocked. It's just crazy. But also, I don't know. I won't judge anybody. I love the event, and but I did see a lot more talk on the forums this year and on fan sites and even on Twitter of like, I might not be making this trip next year. The prices are too much, and it's 50-50 if you're going to be able to be available when the tickets go on sale. So, but also, I also saw someone else say it. I did appreciate this take, how chaotic it was, because it reminds me of Run Disney. My wife was telling me, it's like Run Disney. You got to get you got to get all excited for something you don't even know if you're going to be allowed to participate in. And so, but it's a little different here because you could go on a normal night, whatever. But it is fun that it is like a little chaotic. That the whole event is chaotic. But the prices are nuts. Stay and Scream's over $50, which is wild.
There's lots of things that I used to do that I'm like, now I'm not.
They're pricey, they just keep.
It's just not worth it for me. for somebody that lives 4 hours away, I can't make it enough times in order to make it worthwhile.
Here's the thing: until premium Scream night becomes the next day in Scream, like the worst kept secret, right? That's my plan. But then after that, I don't know what I do.
You and I were talking about this earlier. I was like saying like premium, I think, has maybe a couple years at most of being what it is, and then like once it hits like $450, $500, I don't know if I would be able to make it work for one night. And then I don't know, because like I've said, it's hard for me to do the event without Express now. I just with the crowds and waiting in line, and just, I mean, realistically getting older, I just have less of a tolerance for staying up late and standing in long lines. I love the event, but like I do see that in a couple of years this could be something where I either maybe I go to do RIP tours, you know, or just the public RIP tour. I get to do Every House Once.
Yeah, I say a lot of people swear by that as an alternative. So, but I mean, and that's even that last year, the amount of freaking tours we saw, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what they do, you know. And here we are. I wanted to mention, you know, we're seeing Epic Universe open, and I've been trying to watch the crowd patterns of like the other Universal parks getting blown up with crazy lines because everybody had to buy those 3-day passes, and you know, and I'm still curious as to what that looks like during Halloween Horror Nights season.
Really, I don't know. I'll tell you that the tickets are expensive during Halloween Horror Nights. They're up because I looked, because since we're only going to one night, I was like,
it's a debate in our crew right now. Friday before opening night, it's not completely off the table of us going into Epic or not going into Epic. So
here's the thing, because is that going to affect your premium night experience? Like, are you going to be a little bit like, oh, do I do that extra? Do I stay there till 3 o'clock?
For
if
sure.
I'm going to be getting
100%.
up and,
100%. Yeah,
you know,
100%. I'm going. It will. No, it won't affect premium. It will affect the next day. But also, if we were to go in, it'd be with ridiculously low expectations. I'm looking for 2 rides. You know, and I've watched the wait times. They're the easiest ones to get on. So I just want to see the park. But again, to your point, I don't know if I'm willing to pay that much for a chill, because I have a planned trip there next year. Next fall break, we're going to Epic. We're doing HHS. So, like, it'll be a thing. But I'd like to get on Stardust. I'd like to see Monsters. But also, for that price,
that's,
you know, I don't know.
For 2 tickets, it was going to be like $450. And I'm like, and I'm like, if we could ride everything, like basically do one day and get our fill, I would probably, like, I'd be a little bit more tempted. But I'm like, knowing that, oh, we might not be able to do Harry Potter. We might not be able to do, we could probably do Monsters, just because that line is relatively short. Maybe something in Super Nintendo, but
it's tough.
Not too sure when I'm going to be able to make it out there, but
but it's there. And hey, also, I didn't see it on your list, but in the middle of all those original announcements, didn't we also get a Chicago announcement?
We did get a Chicago announcement. So
that was crazy too.
Yep. So we have HHN, was it Unleashed? Halloween Horror Nights Unleashed coming to Chicago. So first in Vegas, then Chicago.
That's I mean the image you sent, the ultimate HHN road trip, was hysterical. Where
somebody did post that, where it's like you could do like all the different ones. I'm like, okay, and you know, maybe, but
I'll fly, I won't drive. But so anything more on the ticket prices? You know,
not really. I know usually we go through and do them each one by one, but you know what? Most of them are sold out anyway. So
so it doesn't matter.
I mean, a lot of times, you know, whatever. If you wanted them, you got them. I will say, Rush of Fear was $200 without Express, and I think Frequent Fear Plus was $300. So honestly, not too bad for those. If you're fine with not doing Express, that's actually still really good. It just makes me sad, because there was a day and time where that was the price with Express. So
I remember I think 2009 or 10, Frequent Fear, when I would decide between the Plus or not, I was looking at $75 or $95.
Well,
now with the Express, it was $120.
I will say there's part of me that is a little bit maybe thinking about springing for Russia fear, not with Express, but just by itself, just because we will be there a couple more nights in Orlando. And I'm like, the one night ticket was going to be like $120 anyways.
Yeah.
So why not spend $80 more and then be able to go like 3 nights? Like, but still, it's still a little pricey.
Yeah.
And again, I just don't know without Express. But all right, well, we will move on. We did get another announcement yesterday. So 6 announcements, 1 podcast.
Yeah. Let's keep it going.
No clowning around here, Brian. We've got Art the Clown finally announced. Terrifier for both coasts.
Yeah. I can't believe it wasn't WWE, which was heavily rumored.
Yes.
And I
people
was saying
were even like early leaking that it was coming, and you're like, okay, this is how it always happens.
Well, and I was kind of laughing too, because I said, we'll know if WWE's coming, because WWE, everything gets leaked. They try so hard to keep everything under wraps that, I mean, you can go to websites and find stuff out about the upcoming match. Like, you can find they're terrible keeping secrets. And so I was like, they'll leak it before, so when we got this far into the season, I was like, oh, maybe it's not happening. And then started happening. I was like, oh, okay, it's coming. And then out of nowhere, Terrifier, not out of nowhere, but, a little bit. And I'm 50-50 on it. I've talked about Terrifier for 2 or 3 years now, because we've, gone back and forth. And in kind respects to the one Rob Dole, I can't promise Ryan's not going to hate on it. I won't hate on it fully. And people are pissed about this, Ryan.
Yeah.
You have Fallout, which isn't Halloween enough for Halloween Horror Nights. And then you have them complaining that Terrifier is just too torture-y and too,
you mentioned that
graphic.
to me, and I was like, honestly, if you're going to be upset about a property, be upset about Fallout. Like, I mean, it's...
Right. That one's just... I'll meet you on that one.
I will say this. Like, I'm not going to insult Terrifier. I understand there's a huge part of the fan base, especially seeing the response online. A lot of people were like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this for years. I'm so excited. This is going to be great. This is the whole reason I'm going. I'm just going to be crazy about this. So it's got a huge fan base, and respect to them. They partnered with the creator. It's an indie horror property. People love it. It's just the whole gore horror stuff is not my thing.
Yeah.
I've never really been a huge fan. So for me, I'm not excited about watching these movies. Like, to me, this is homework.
There's a lot of people in my groups who are not happy that they have to.
So I'm like, all right, I downloaded Tubi. Like,
it's Tubi time. He's gonna do it.
Yep, I got 1 and 2 on in the queue. Can't watch those with the kid around.
Here's the thing: if you make it through them, I'll throw in an extra prize from losing the point competition, because I don't know if my friends, I don't know anybody that didn't watch those movies when they came out that are now watching them just to have context for HHN.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of them are going to, at least if they get to 2, I'll be impressed. If they finish 3, I'll be blown. I'm not, just to let you know, I like gore and horror movies and all that. Like, I don't love gore. I'm not rewatching them to get hyped for HHN. I'll watch other stuff. I have no interest in ever seeing a lot of those scenes ever again.
Well, and they've said, like, they're like, bring your poncho, and it's gonna
oh my gosh.
And I mean, it'll be cool seeing that character. I will say, like, even somebody that's not a fan, it's still gonna be cool seeing that character.
Right.
But I will do the house.
Yeah.
This is one that I will probably do my obligatory twice.
Yeah.
And then might just leave it for the fans of it. And you know what? Go ahead and do it. Horror is a weird fandom, Brian. I'm sure you can appreciate this, but it's a very big tent fandom.
Yes.
There are people dig different things. I was having this conversation at one of our parties a couple weeks ago with somebody, and I'm like, I just am not into, like, I'm not a big fan. I know I'm crazy, but I'm not a huge fan of A24. Those types of horror, just the psychological horror, just doesn't do it for me. But like, give me movies like Poltergeist, Insidious, The Conjuring, and I'm all about it. Dead Silence, like, you give me a good ghost story, and I love it. But the psychological horror, I'm not a huge fan of. But I understand that the fandom has that. So
right,
Halloween Horror Nights is for all horror fans.
Yep.
And so,
except Rocky Horror Night fans, because that's too offensive.
So we need to have that representation. So I'm happy for the fans of this. It's just honestly like I expect it to see this closer to the bottom of my hype list.
Yeah.
Not because I hate it, just more just like, this isn't really my thing. Honestly, I haven't even looked into the WWE thing yet to see what my thoughts are on that. So
I caught some of my friends up on why I'm so excited for it, and I'll send you those videos.
Yeah.
But but until it's confirmed, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just you don't know. But yeah, Terrifier, it's gonna be fun.
Well, technically, we still don't even know if Five Nights at Freddy's is a house.
That's right. What happened in that?
They're like, to stay tuned for more details.
Stay tuned.
2 months later.
Oh my God. I'm so sleep deprived. Yeah. Terrifier. Yeah. So, I mean, I just want this to be a gore fest. I want it to be like Forsaken or even more so Saws and Steams. Just come out soaked, dude. I want, do you remember Evil Dead, the raining blood cabin scene? Like, that's what we want. It's going to be gross, and I'm fine with it because we need something tonal like that at the event with all this other stuff. And to your point, like, it's not for everybody, but also...
And people have been complaining about this event going to PG-13.
Yep. Yeah, and then they put this out, and people got so mad that that they went too far the other way.
Yeah. This one is in a soundstage as well, correct?
Yes, which is also interesting.
Yeah, that was another one that I was like, oh man, I could see this one doing so well in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But we will leave that at that. But the other thing that made me mad about this announcement is that they didn't say, I was really hoping it was like, based off Terrifier 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, I got to watch all 3. Now, Brian, the question is, do I need to watch, I saw on Tubi, there's one that was from 2013. That's called Terrifier. But has Art the Clown in it.
Don't watch the short film, please.
It was an hour and a half long.
I mean,
it's called All Hallows Eve.
I don't know. Maybe you're getting deeper into the lore. What is All Hallows Eve? Rob, fill me in. I would start with it until we know. But maybe
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. I'm reading a theory on Hallow Eve's movie exists in the Terrifier universe.
Yeah, I just looked up Terrifier on Tubi, and then I was like, this popped up, and I was like, oh man, another one?
Yeah, it seems like it's just a character in a movie that he then turned into a different thing. But I could be completely wrong on that. I'll correct it next episode. No, start with Terrifier 1 and text me your reactions as it happens.
5 minutes, and I'm not watching this.
That would be.
I'm going to try my best to do it. It's just, you know how it is with kids. And there's some things I'm willing to watch with my kid around. Not that one. So Brian, that's all of the announcements so far. But I did want to just kind of keep everybody up to date. We still have a couple exciting things, especially for this podcast. This podcast isn't just about the houses.
Yeah.
We got scare zones.
Right.
We have one more IP. We've got Dead Coconut Club that we hope returns. The merch, which I will say, the Terrifier merch does look pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm not going to wear it, but it does look pretty cool. And then we have food announcements, which is its own announcement in and of itself.
That's right.
A tribute store. We haven't heard anything about the tribute store.
Yep. No, we haven't.
So there is a good deal of information left that we do not know.
Yeah.
When do you think they'll drop the scare zones?
The week before. we still don't even have, until you reminded me that we don't even have Five Nights at Freddy's.
1 week after the event starts. So they're putting them up during premium night.
I do want to comment because I want to ask, do you think we could get a double IP announcement this week?
Honestly, I would say, like, at any point we could get the last IP. We are mid-July-ish.
Yeah. So here's why I ask. Spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't know about the whole WWE situation. Now, it's Friday. WWE SmackDown is on tonight. And I just saw on my feed pop up something very interesting happened at SmackDown tonight, Ryan. So I asked, there's a big weekend
event.
Our
first announcement during the podcast?
During the podcast, no. But pretty much, I was talking to another wrestling fan that we said the only thing that doesn't make sense about this whole house that WWE is planning, aside from how amazing the characters are that it's involved with, is they're not doing great on TV. They came in, when the house is announced, we'll get into the backstory. But, I was like, they really need to, what they say, build them up. Well, the two of the characters associated with the rumored property out of the 6 just won the tag titles. And that is only a big deal because that is the company actively pushing them up, getting them more known and popular. And we were saying if they win going into the next 2 big events, like, I think that confirms the house. So seeing them win that title, and I actually just watched the other podcast I used to be on, the Honiverse WWE one, and he was talking about that. He's like, what are they going to do with this? Like, these people are still irrelevant to wrestling fans because while they're cool and creepy, they're not great in the ring. And which is fine because their characters are awesome. And so seeing them get the belts is a pretty good indicator that, for me, that we're going to see an announcement. My question is, will it be this weekend at the big event? So, because the other big event is SummerSlam, and that's in August. And there's wrestling fans who want to go see this house who don't even know that it's happening. When they find out, they're going to flip out and they're going to want to go.
Brian, it's not, well, who knows? I don't listen to this podcast after we record them a lot of times.
I do.
So people could say that we're, could be wrong here, but like, have they ever like announced anything like that late? Like August?
That big?
That big,
That big, that late? I don't think so.
And also, we try to like stay away from like calling something bad.
Right.
That would be a bad move. That would be a mistake.
Would be a
because, like you said, there are people that would make a trip out of it. So why would you do the effort of bringing an IP when you don't give people the opportunity to go
with
and
one
experience
of the most passionate fan bases? I mean, I've always said wrestling and horror fans are two of the most passionate fan bases I've ever, been a part of. And they will go, especially the thing that kicked this all off, we'll get into on another episode, is a character called The Fiend, who was played by Bray Wyatt. Amazing character. People loved him, and he really brought back an element to wrestling that was very popular in the 90s, like Undertaker and that kind of, extra, like special powers, creepy, they don't really do that anymore. People don't buy into it. Yeah. And he kind of pulled it off, and people loved it. And then he tragically passed away due to health issues. And so, it was a bummer. And they've brought in his relatives to continue the storyline. And so if they even put the Fiend's name or face on this thing, the amount of people that will try to get down to this house is going to be a lot. And so to your point, I just wish they would announce it if they're going to, because I have friends who are literally waiting on that announcement. Yeah. So
more people for premium.
Yeah, again, so very, very interesting. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that I just saw that pop up. I was like, that kind of confirms it for me. And that same right below it was they just confirmed Tom Savini's character from the Friday the 13th game will be a figure in the new, like a figure you can buy in the new Jason universe. So the copyrights get even more confusing.
Like in the game?
Well, I don't know in the game. The Jason universe is everything, right? That encompasses the show, the merch.
I just hate the name so much. With a burning passion, I hate that name.
What if we do this? Hold on. Hold on, I need to read it. On this week's episode of Jason Universe, we go to the grave of flesh. It's not great.
What we need to do is have AI create me like, what if Jason Universe was like a kid's show? And then like have it be, like Jason like surrounded by like a cartoon bunny or something like that. And it's like, Oh man. Or like Jason like is so he's a serial killer by night, but a legitimate hockey player by day.
Yeah.
Like Hannah Montana, but Jason.
Oh my God. But yeah, so I don't know. My brain. I'm getting to the end here. I'm not watching Terrifier again. Rob, I would love to get Rob on the show because he sent me. I sent you the screenshot. His new hype list is just Terrifier 10 times in a row.
Hey, you know what? I love it when people get passionate about these certain properties. I'm not going to down it. You know, honestly, for me, I'm like, it's one less thing I got to worry about on premium night.
Yeah, but also Rob,
I only get to do these houses one night. I gotta just
Rob
marathon
point,
El Artista.
You know, it does feel a little bit of the House of 1,000 Corpses and Weekend, where it was like a lot of people hated on those, and they ended up being really good. And I loved the Rob Zombie house. Oh yeah, and I was a hater of it going in. I was like, we don't need this.
I didn't like it. Want it either.
Yeah,
and then I remember turning on like Hellbilly Deluxe and being like, this Dragula song isn't that good. And then now it's like consistently sung in my household.
It's our daily anthem. So I don't know, but man, Dead Coconut Club merch, food. You know, we got more stuff coming. I feel like I had more, but you know how it is. With the brain and the sleep.
I can understand. So Brian, we're gonna cut it. We've only been recording for an hour, so we thought
that's
2.
Not bad.
So
not
bad.
That's not bad.
I will actually both be able to get some rest, hopefully.
Yeah,
as much as we can.
Sweet Carly will be feeding again in 2 hours, so I can catch a little nap. Actually, it's been kind of nice. I accidentally forgot to cancel Shudder. I've never had Shudder, the horror, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. It's a Halloween podcast. And so I've just been watching random, like, easy, fun, scary movies on there, you know, that they're just, and it's like a nice, because you could just take a break and watch it for 30 minutes, get spooked, and then, but I did actually get a little wrecked last night. I watched a movie called, not to be confused with Terrifier, it's called Terrified. I believe it's a South American film. I've been watching a lot of international stuff. Absolutely terrifying. It was very scary and really, really, really got to me. Got under my skin. And then when it was time to go to bed at 3 a.m, because Carly had just done her last feeding, I go up, I set her down in the crib, I walk out of her room, and I swear to God, I see the silhouette of a child in the dark. And I got chills. And I was just like, oh my God, because there was a ghost kid in this movie. I was like, your eyes are playing tricks on you. And then I hear, hey, Dad. And I just like, I went, oh my God. And he's like, I was like, what? He goes, my ear hurts. So I was like, oh yeah, you have an ear infection. You're awake. Like, but it's scared.
Well, so you're in a bad position because like you're watching scary stuff. Yeah. You've got a baby that's going to wake up and kind of cry, which is already like puts you on edge. There's something in your body that just puts you on edge. But you also have little kids that can be creepy.
Walk around at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It's and he thinks it's hilarious. My daughter, they both try to scare me constantly. They try to hide. And I was like, guys, it was cute at first, but they're getting so good. I was like, I don't hit normally, but if you get me good, I'd like, I can't be responsible for what happens.
Future scare actors here.
Oh, no, for sure. But yeah,
your home haunt is going to be,
get kids in there. It's going to be good. Well, I'll get you a real Chucky. I don't care about child labor law. No, I'm just kidding. Too far. I'm excited. The only other thing, Ryan, I wanted to say is it's like a month away. It's a month and a half.
We're like a month and a half away.
I'm going to be done with Halloween Horror Nights before September starts.
I know. It's crazy.
What do I do?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. The thing, but okay, so
we should do our wrap-up show before the event, even in September 1st.
Friday morning.
This is the end. It'll be our shortest season with our least episodes.
We have 9 episodes.
We do under 10, and we finish before the actual September gets going.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
everybody. It's good to be back.
It is. It's good. It's good to have stuff. And one thing I'm genuinely going to enjoy this year is hearing people who are going in September and October and hearing their reactions and stuff. So
we'll have to see about bringing on some guests and seeing how
we
things
might just
change.
have to do all the fun stuff in the back half. I'm okay with that.
And who knows? Maybe I end up with one of those Frequent Fear Plus things, and I go in October. Who knows?
Next week, Ryan has an ultimate pass. Where'd you get those? They sold out.
I would say after premium night, there's because I might go premium night and then leave and then just be like,
I'm good. Yeah. So you're not coming in. You're not coming to opening weekend with us or opening night like last year. Okay. No plans right now.
No. But I mean, I looked at the one. So the only way that I would be if I picked up a Rush of Fear pass.
Okay. So then you could go.
Because I looked at the single night and I was like, it's not quite worth it for me.
Yeah.
But maybe where I could go, because like that Monday is Labor Day, so it's like I could go Sunday night too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. My wife's with me too, so I don't.
Sorry, I'm just looking up stuff now. I'm jealous of Murdy and West Coast people who he's such a man of the people and fans. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I love that he was like, the Funhouse thing is going up, on the whatever tour. It is like for all you people who've been taking pictures of the facade this like whole time. And they just installed the Terrifier sign on it. So people called that out of the gate. But yeah, I'd like a little bit of, like, I don't know. He's excited. He's like, it was where this house was, and it's this location. I wish we got a little more of that from the Orlando creative team.
Yeah, they never really announce where things are going to be. They just are there. And there's just sometimes people just start using the spec maps for things. And you show up and you're like, wait a second, you've actually never told us where these houses are. They just are where these spec maps are.
Right.
At one point in time, like Halloween Horror Nights just needs to like retweet like one of the spec maps.
Yeah.
Just when they get 100% right one year, they just need to retweet it once.
Just retweet it once.
But,
man.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
Everybody, who knows when we'll be back? We'll try to record again here soon when we can. I know we said that we would wrap it up in the summer, so let's try to get back on here again.
Yeah.
2 weekish.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try something like that. Talk about what we should have something else by then. Maybe. But yeah.
And
thanks for sticking with us.
Go alone.
We are not we are not done yet.
We are not. Go alone.